So hi everyone, thank you for watching. Today I'm with Michael Ramabeletsa, who is the English champion and the Southern Area champion, as well as a Commonwealth and English title challenger. Michael has an amazing story to tell us today, and we're going to be having a chat about his life and career. So thank you for taking the time to have a chat with me today, Michael. I appreciate that.
You're welcome anytime, bro.
Your story is really cool, man. I mean, it's like how you had all these fights, and then obviously you've won the titles, the Central Area, and everything. Like later in your career, and like all these things you've done, I think is really cool to like share with people. You were, as far as I understand, you were born and raised in South Africa, and you also started your fighting career there. So I think you had 9 fights, was it, in back in South Africa before you came to the UK? Is that right?
Nine five, I think 9 fights or 8 fights, somewhere, yeah, right.
Okay, 8 or 9. So I mean, what going back to your time there? I mean, what got you into boxing in the first place? I mean, what first inspired you to actually start boxing?
My story, you love. Uh, Actually, I was not into boxing when I was a kid, and he just said it's my friend. My mate used to live just the front opposite of my house, so he was a boxer, and I was always when after school just go home and chill out, not doing anything. And then he just asked me, "Yo, Mike, like, come with me to the gym," and I went to the gym with him, and that's how it started. Uh, when I get to the gym, and his trainer just showed me some few exercises, how to punch and all that. And his trainer was more interested. Like, Mike, listen, come tomorrow. I'm gonna show you a few things. And then that's how I started boxing. And I was 13 years old. I was still a baby anyway.
I mean, how does it work in South Africa? Is it the same as here, where you're having amateur fights, and or is it different, or what? How did that go for you?
Yeah, that's how it works. In South Africa, the amateur, actually, even amateurs in South Africa, they're getting more fights than over here because when you still a junior, you box twice in a month, and a senior, when you turn senior, you box every week. So the amateur is absolutely busy in South Africa. So that's why I had so many fights because I was fighting so many times as an amateur.
Okay, so you had a lot. You
Yeah.
had a lot of fights then. Okay, and then what about when you first turned professional? Because I know that you turned professional. Like we say earlier, you had 8, 9 fights before coming to the UK. I mean, what is it like fighting there? I mean, like what is the atmosphere? And tell me a little bit about how it went.
In South Africa.
Yeah.
Uh, you know what? To be honest, when I start my career, the atmosphere was absolutely hectic. Like the shows used to be packed. Uh, there was a tournament actually. They were starting. I was fighting under. They were calling the baby champs, which is they were selecting people. We fight. Would I say like the press fighter when I start? So they were taking people who don't have no fight, and until we win the title called the baby South African baby champ. So it was busy because a lot of people that were coming in attend, and then mostly we were doing it. They were doing it for free because they were trying to build up the upcoming fighters and all that, just to introduce them to fight to people. So well, it was the atmosphere was absolutely hectic. It was busy like here the same thing when I was first fighting, uh, 4 rounds, 6 rounds, and all that just to come up.
Okay. So obviously you had sort of a good run with those few fights that you had, those 8 or 9 fights there. Um, but I mean, obviously at some point you made the decision, to come to the UK, and everything like that. And I mean, first of all, I mean, what inspired you in the beginning to sort of come, because I know you've been here a long time and everything now and things like that. But I mean, what first gave you the idea to come over and fight here and live here?
Uh, to be honest, because of the boxing is always big in the UK. Uh, that's what I wanted. Actually, I wanted to. It's either I'm coming to the UK or I'm going to the States. And obviously, it doesn't happen to many people. And I was lucky. I was one of the luckiest people who've been chosen by the guy who lives in Nottingham. So that was my dream to come box in the UK or in the States. That's how I managed to get in contact with other people and managed to come in.
Obviously, I mean, coming here in the beginning, it must have been. I mean, never mind the boxing now, but it must have been like a cultural, um, maybe a shock or like at least a big difference. And I mean,
Lifestyle.
what was it like with the lifestyle and the differences? And I mean, when you first got here, was it like a shock to you, or I mean,
Not really a shock because where I'm coming from, I'm from Johannesburg, and the lifestyle is a little bit similar to the UK. The UK obviously is more advanced, but the lifestyle is a little bit similar. But the only thing that it shocked me was the freezing cold. And obviously the lifestyle people that I mean when they talk and all that accent is different. So that was the only thing that okay, cool. You have to adjust. Sometimes they don't even understand you when you talk. So that was the only reason. Yeah, probably yeah, that's the only reason. Other than that, most things that were not much different on where I'm coming from.
and okay, and then obviously you started boxing here again and everything like that. But I know in the beginning you had that first few fights you had. I think you lost, what was it, five, six fights, your first fight you had here. But I
Yeah.
mean, so you had a little bit of a tough patch, and then you started winning and moving up. But I mean, when you first got here, what happened like with your first like the first few fights that you had?
No, my first few fights I had, it was tough. I wanted to go back to South Africa. Actually. It was absolutely tough. It was hard. It was challenging because I used to train myself. That's what makes me think. You know what? I think I just have to go back. I used to train myself, and which is I never had got nobody to train me to help me, and it was a little bit hard to get someone to train me because it just it was just a well, I wouldn't call it the politics because it was just happening in the gym, yeah. So then I just sit down and think deeply what exactly I want. And I remember maybe there's a guy called maybe Bilal in Bristol. He was a very very good trainer. He used to train Lee Haskin as well. So, but I had a chat with him. I was like, listen, I'm struggling to find a trainer, someone who can help me because I didn't come here to just to fight to lose, just to make money or losing. That's that's not me. That's not my intention. For me to come over here, I wanted to be a champion, and now it gets to the point that it doesn't happen how I thought it will. So can you please help me? Then he was just like he was happy to help me, and that's where I started to get the win. Then all of a sudden, there's other things happened, and he stopped training me, and it started to be like again getting robbed, not really getting the fight in the short notice. Uh, that's why I end up leaving and be where I'm at now.
The one thing I've got to ask is with this is like when it comes to your mentality for fighting, because what I mean by that is obviously you've been through this tough time, this challenging time and everything, but you kept going. And obviously you know, then you started winning fights and things, and it started going a bit better. And I know there were some losses, but there's more wins. And what sort of inspired you to like keep pushing, you know, keep trying and like not give up?
The thing is, where I'm coming from, uh, my mom was trying her best to look after us and to, you know, to make the life easy, but she was absolutely working hard. And for me, looking at my mom doing what she was doing for us, and when I'm here, I told myself, listen, I'm ready to go and face any challenges that will come on my way, and to able to achieve things I want to achieve, because I'm not expecting to get anything easy, especially you get to a different country, come as a foreigner, things won't be easy for you. So I'm gonna have to, you know, stay focused. I've got too much pride. My pride of winning is something else. I just told myself, if I can find someone to help me, to train me, the rest will follow. I'll show that I belong among the best. And I always say that people be listening, they think I'm just saying it. That's what makes me keep driving, keep pushing, because I don't want to be a journeyman. People do it thinking maybe I want to be, oh, I'm a, it's just that sometimes in boxing, you never know what's happening behind it, or, you know, behind the scenes. So that's what kept me driving, pushing, and I was like, it doesn't matter how long it takes, we'll get there.
Let's move forward in time like a little bit more, because I know, you know, after that first sort of tough patch, like I say, you know, you got going, and I know you obviously you challenged for a couple of belts because you challenged for the English, the Commonwealth as well. But then in recent times, you've won obviously the English and the Central Area titles, and I mean, it seems to me, I mean, those were amazing fights because personally, I followed your career. I remember when you knocked out Indy Sanger. I think I'm saying that
Yeah,
right. 9-0
yeah.
he was at the time, and then obviously you won those two titles. I mean, what did it feel like to actually get there? And I know you have more dreams, but to get those first titles, what was that experience like?
It was a good feeling because the hard work that we've been putting behind the scenes with my new trainer. Uh, that's why I felt like, you know what, this is what I needed all this long. And for me to get the results that we've been waiting for, it was amazing. It was amazing feeling, and I just I just see that, you know what, hard work always pays off. So regardless of what people are saying or whatever happening, hard work always pays off as long as you sacrifice. So it was amazing. I don't want to lie. When I stopped in this sanga, he was the next superstar, the southpaw awkward kid. Uh, Obviously, the experience. The thing is, I don't want to say too much, because when I say too much, people they end up not giving me fights. But I'm glad I'm a champion. So they're gonna have to come and challenge the title. You know, it's not like before when I had to chase, and, you know, the fight has to be cancelled. So yeah, that's the only thing that kept me going and drive. The feeling was amazing for getting the win from Indy Sanga, and I just told myself, this is the time, this is the beginning.
I would like to thank everyone who supported me. I'd like to thank my trainer, Miggy Day, who believes in me. I'd like to thank my manager, Kevin Murray, with all the opportunities that he's creating for me. I really appreciate it. I can't thank you enough. Thank you so much, Kev, and we're looking forward to the future. Let's go, champ.
And get to your future plans in a minute. But before we do, the other thing I wanted to touch on is, you know, before fights. I mean, what is your mental preparation like? I mean, do you ever get nervous, or do you ever get like anything like that, or do you just focus on the result and um,
To be honest, because you want to win, uh, would I say? I used to get nervous before. Like now, I don't know because I'm a very very confident person. As long as I'm ready. Uh, Obviously I'll get the nerves a little bit. I'm a human. Of because I want to win, and I don't know. The nerves don't get to me like they used to before. You get what I'm saying? Because I believe as long as I push myself in the gym, I'm 100% confident with things that I'm gonna do. You know, they may be a little bit difficult before but the sooner the body adjusts, we're ready to rock and roll. You know, so yeah, I would say they definitely the nerves comes a little bit, and then we crack on.
Do you think that like your upbringing, and not just your upbringing, but everything you've been through, coming to this country, pushing, you've been through all those hard things. Do you think it's given you like a mental edge, like a mental advantage with toughness and everything over your opponents, or do you think it doesn't make a difference?
To be honest, I think it doesn't make no difference. Uh, because the way I've been brought up, obviously, my mom, we grew up. My mom was looking after us. I was always wearing shoes, nice clothes, and all the time. But although we couldn't get other things that we want as kids, do you get what I'm saying? I was only a person at home who always want to. I appreciate everything that I'm getting. I never compare myself with anybody outside, and that's why maybe because I mean I had a car when I was 19, 20 years old. Uh, so I never compare. I know people who I grew up with, they were more living a good life, better than myself. But I never compare myself with nobody, and that probably didn't make play any part of being upgrading hard, tough time or what. Yes, I was going to school sometimes, you know, carrying just a small money of eating during the day, but because I was into sport. I was one. I was always disciplined. When I was in the championships. I was in a for the FAs and all that. I was always disciplined, so I never really compare with anything I'm eating at school because I was not a fancy person to be like, you know what, this is what I want. This is what I like. No, uh, mentally, I think it's something that I had since I was a kid because I was always telling my mom like I want to make it in life tomorrow, no matter what. I don't know what it is, but I'm a winner, and I believe I belong among the best. I was a kid when I was talking to my mom. Really, I don't want to lie. And when, like I said before, when I get to the UK, when things just start to get tougher, and I was thinking, what the hell? You know what? Can I go back home? You know what I mean? And I remember was crying. I was crying in front of Medi. I said, I don't know what, I don't want to swear. I don't know what the hell is going on. I thought things would be this way, but this is how I was not expecting to things to get, but I was crying that time. I was like, then when I get home, I was alone. Then I'm thinking deeply. I was like, listen, this is the challenges you're going to face. Even if you go back, you don't know the challenges you're going to face anyway. You can't run away from it. Stay focused. Try your best to associate with the right people. To maybe there's a people who will be there to help you one day. We don't know when, but that's me who's telling myself that. Then yeah, I think this country taught me a little bit more, and I'm grateful with the what UK made me the person I am today, and probably if I didn't come over, I wouldn't be the person I am today. I'm absolutely grateful with England to be one of one of the champs, and just to show the dedication because I believe probably maybe if I was in South Africa, I wouldn't be where I'm at today.
It's amazing. It's an amazing story. And Michael, I mean, we touched earlier on, earlier in the interview about the fact that, you're just getting started, from that point of view with titles and things. And I mean, what is the plan from here? I mean, you've got your first titles, brilliant performances, in every one of them. I mean, what are your sort of plans from here in boxing? Where do you want to go next?
My the plan is as long as we get the opportunity. I want to fight for big fights. I want to fight for big titles. I want to fight against the champions. Because with God willing, I'll get the opportunity for fighting for world titles because I believe I can become a world champion, and that's why I'll make history. Probably I'll be the oldest kid to become a world champion after such a long time in boxing. So, you just said, like I said, I would like to show the underdogs, those who never got the opportunity, uh, those who turned their lives just because of people who were telling them they will never make it. Uh, it's not the right time or it's too late. I just wanna just to show them like, listen, there's a light after the dark. Whatever could be dark, how long could be dark for you. There's a light after it's tunnel. So that's what always drive me to win, keep winning, to achieve things that I want to achieve, and shows the young kids who are coming up because they can. I mean, just to show them that it's not easy, it's hard, but you can achieve it if you work hard. I mean, if you dedicated to whatever you want to achieve in life.
Brilliant, brilliant. That was actually my last question was, what advice would you give to young boxers? But you've answered that, and that's brilliant. I mean, with hard work, anything is possible, and with belief as well. I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. Mark, I mean that's everything really, that I wanted to talk about today. But I mean, before we finish this up, I mean, is there anything in particular that you would like to say, like to anyone watching, anything at all, or are you all good?
Before I can say anything, I would like to say thanks to all my sponsors. Uh, Without my sponsors, I wouldn't be able to do what I'm doing. Uh, you know, I never had sponsors before. I was struggling having one sponsor, but God just turned everything around, and I managed to get about 9, 10 sponsors. People are helping me to push myself and stay focused in the gym, keep working. I want to say thanks to all my sponsors. I just want to show all the t-shirts probably you can see it. Yeah, that's all my sponsors me all the time. Yeah, I just want to say thanks to them. Okay, again, I just want to say, I want the opportunity. I want the opportunity for the big fight. Uh, uh, any super bantam out there, I'm willing to do whatever it takes. We give the fans what they want. I don't want to call people. I don't want to call names, uh, but they know who I am. I'm the champion of God. It's not like I'm talking with nothing. So again, I just want to say, the young boxers who are coming up, they just need to stay disciplined, listen to your trainers, stay in the gym. Everything you do in the gym or whatever in the fight, it's not easy as you watch people fighting. It's tough. It's gonna be hard. Stay disciplined and keep working. You'll achieve your goals one day. And this is a message for the underdogs. Guys, keep working. Focus. Uh, Never give up. Never ever ever listen to nobody says you cannot achieve anything. or it's too late for you to get it. Believe in yourself and keep working. Let's go, champ.
Thank you, Michael, for such an amazing message for everyone watching this. I appreciate that. And as well as that,
Yeah.
thank you for taking the time to have a chat with me today.
No worries,
I
anytime.
appreciate it.
And I would like to say, hey guys, can you please follow me on Instagram. You'll see all the updates and everything. Follow my career on Mike underscore champ official. Mike underscore champ official. Follow me. Uh, your support always appreciated all the time. Thank you guys.
Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to the Simply Inspired YouTube channel, and there'll be more videos coming soon.
All the time. Thank you guys.